Hi everybody, welcome to a new video. So today's video isn't going to be an everything I have already watched, but this is going to be an everything I am really looking forward to catching on Disney's new part of their Disney Plus subscription, Star.
We only need the two of us together. I need only you in this crazy world. 'Cause we got love, love. I need only you here with me.
Hi everybody, if you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jess and I watch a bunch of TV and films. I've been furloughed for the past year due to the lockdown, but that has just given me the chance to watch so many different things on lots of different streaming services, and Disney Plus is definitely one of my favourite. It came out last year on the 24th of March, so just after my birthday and just as lockdown was beginning, so it has essentially been my year of lockdown. I've watched quite a few things on it and I am so excited to now be watching a bunch of new stuff that has been put on due to Star being released, which is a brand new section of Disney Plus. I'm going to pop up on the side here my screen recording of going onto Disney Plus and showing you everything I am really excited to watch on their new system. So I'll show you here. This is Star just on the side here. You click onto it and it comes up with all of the new things that have been added. So I have actually made a watch list of all the stuff I would like to watch, and this is it here. There's quite a few. I have done 10 series and 10 films and I will talk you through all of them super quick now. So let's start with the series. Two of them are the originals, 4 stars, the first being Big Sky. So I have only watched a tiny trailer for this off of Instagram, but it definitely looks like my thing. It's like someone has gone missing and people are trying to find them, but you don't really know who's withholding truths and who isn't. But there are only two episodes at the moment, so I am super excited to get watching those, and then hopefully some more will come out as the weeks progress. Love, Victor. I am excited to watching this because I really loved the film Love, Simon that came out, I can't remember how long ago now, I think a couple of years ago, but I'm guessing this is related to it, and I think Simon is within this. I think Victor goes to the same school as him, and yeah, it's just going to be so good. The film was really good. It was about a guy who didn't know how to come out to everybody that he was gay, and just how him and his friends dealt with it all and how their lives progressed. Not really any differently, but how he then felt because of it. So I'm really hoping Love, Victor is very similar, and the fact that it's a season instead of a film means that they'll be able to put more detail into it and more character like progression and get you to actually like connect with each character individually, and fingers crossed we learn more about Simon too. So the next one I want to watch is 24. I have only heard about this, that it is a TV series that each season has episodes which have been set, let me see, yes, 24 episodes, and they're all set over a different hour in a 24-hour period. So as you can see, each of the episodes is titled an hour, like this episode 14 is 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So I am super excited to watch this, and I think the first season is about, it gave me Taken vibes when I read it. It's about a guy whose daughter's been kidnapped, and it's the 24 hours between that. So yeah, I'm excited to see how each season is different. The next one is Grey's Anatomy, and obviously this does not need any introduction. It is a hospital drama. I've just never been lucky enough to be able to watch it, though it's not been on any of the streaming services that I have had, and it's been on TV, but I've never been able to catch up to get to the point where it is on TV. It has 15 seasons, so that is a good one for me to delve into when I am alone and Tom is at work. So the next one is Lost. Lost, me and Tom have been watching, but I have not had the chance to finish it. We had it on Amazon Prime, but we were sharing Amazon Prime with my friend, and then we all needed to cancel it because we couldn't afford it due to the last year's situation. And yeah, I'm super excited to be able to finish it. I think we only got halfway through season 2, and there are 6 seasons, so yeah, there's so much we have not yet seen. And it's one of those things, I am definitely a person where when I start something I just have to know what happens. So I really need to know what's it all about. Next up is Desperate Housewives. Purely, I want to watch it, but purely because Tom used to have a TV in his room that would not change channel, but he didn't really have much else. He could either play games or watch TV when he was like in his room, because he lived with his brother, so when he wanted to like be alone he had to go to his room. And the only channel it could get was E4, and Desperate Housewives is always on E4, so I kind of want to watch it with Tom just to see how he reacts to the different characters, because he always talks about it. Like if it's relevant in a situation he always brings it up. So the next one is The Gifted, and from what I have read of this, I think it is about a bunch of people within the X-Men universe, but within an alternate universe to the X-Men where they don't exist. So it's within the same like period, but the X-Men don't exist. So what would have happened to all of those events if there wasn't the X-Men to save them, is what I'm guessing it is. But it's obviously says a suburban couple lives are rocked by the discovery that their children possess mutant powers. So I'm guessing it's going to be like all of the people who still have like the powers, what are they going to do with that? So yeah, I'm super excited. There is 13 episodes and I'm guessing it's only 1 season. 2 seasons, so yeah, that's a nice one to get into when I feel like watching the X-Men again, because I really do. So once we finish watching the Marvels, we will definitely get on to the X-Men. Next up is Scream Queens, and I've wanted to watch this since it came out, but it was never on anything that I could watch it again. But purely because obviously it's got Emma Robertson, as you can see from the picture here, but it's just meant to be like a funny horror, if that makes sense, like a comedy horror, but it's all about like girls and sororities and things like that, which is definitely my kind of thing. I really like Pretty Little Liars and all sorts of like, I don't want to say girly, but like girls in school drama kind of things, which is what I think this is more of, but it's going to be definitely more adult due to the fact that it is definitely a horror. So the genres it says is horror comedy, and it's 16+. There's also 2 seasons, which means there's a good load of episodes for me to get into. The next one is Sleepy Hollow. I haven't really read anything about this, but I really love the Sleepy Hollow film and I really like the story of Sleepy Hollow in general. So I'm just hoping it's a more in-depth version of it. I haven't seen the fact that it's had a TV show before, so I'm hoping that it has way more detail and talks about Ichabod Crane way more and all of the different things that are associated with the film, and it's not going to be like Ichabod and Mr. Toad because it won't have all the weird stuff in it, but sadly it doesn't have Johnny Depp in like the film. Finally on the TV shows is Ugly Betty. I watched Ugly Betty when it first came out way back, 2006. Maybe I wasn't 9 when I watched it, maybe I watched it when I got a little bit older, but still I watched it as it was coming out because I definitely watched the last few seasons as they were live on TV. But yeah, since I started watching Superstore on Netflix, the lead character is the same person who plays Ugly Betty. I just really want to rewatch it now, and there's a bunch of seasons, 4 seasons, so yeah. Again, a lot more to delve into, and this is definitely like a more not so heavy TV show. Like quite a lot that I've got on here, like Lost and Sleepy Hollow and Scream Queens, they're going to be real like heavy and deep, and you actually have to watch them, whereas I feel like these are quite like takes the mick out of themselves a bit, so it's a more of a lighter thing for me to watch. And then lastly, the 10 films that I want to watch. First one being, obviously everyone is going to have this on this list, Devil Wears Prada. Best film to be added onto this in my opinion. The Devil Wears Prada, obviously the best thing to be added onto this list. Anne Hathaway, Meryl Streep, can't beat it. Always wanted to work in Runway when I was a kid. The next one is called The Village, and you may not have heard of this one. Essentially we watched this, me and my friend watched this when we were at school. Like really in my head I think it was via school, because this isn't a thing that we would have chose to watch, but I don't know why school would have shown us this. But it is a horror thriller, but it's only a 14+. And it's about a bunch of people who live in this village and they can't leave, or they're too scared to leave, but all the kids like play this game where they put their back to the woods and the first person's like run away. It's like chicken. But we always used to do that when we were kids. We'd go into the garden and like put our backs against the darkness, because my friend lived at like a house that had crop fields and stuff behind it. And yeah, I just really want to watch it now to have like reminiscent on that childhood period, and really to see how scary it actually is. The next one is Waitress. I really want to watch this purely because I love musicals, and yeah, me and my friends really wanted to go see the musical when it was out. It was meant to be coming out, but now obviously we've had the lockdown and all of that, so didn't happen. But I really want to watch the film. I've never seen it, and yeah, I don't know, everyone always talks about it, so I really want to know what they're talking about. I'm just going to turn the light on because it's getting a bit dark. There we go, that's way better. So next up is Working Girl. I've added this to my list because it's a 1980s film, and I love 1980s films. And it's also got the main lady in it. Let me see details. Yeah, it's got Harrison Ford in it, and I think one of the other characters was in something. I can't remember who it was or what she was in. But I really love 80s films, and I just want to add like more films to the list of 80s films that I love. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Now we're getting into my teen years of all the films that I loved, and I'm so excited to rewatch. Shallow Hal. Who doesn't love Shallow Hal? It was like iconic teens classic. Jack Black, and essentially it's about Jack Black really wants a girlfriend, but he can't see past people's like physical image, so the world calls him shallow, and he gets this curse put on him where he sees this really like larger lady as this really slender, like perfect, as you can see it is I've forgotten her name, Gwyneth Paltrow, of course it is. He sees her as Gwyneth Paltrow and falls in love with her instantly, but because of her personality is just beautiful, so it shows her as being completely beautiful in his eyes, and then obviously the world reveals itself, and it's about how he reacts to that and how he deals with that. But it's just a classic, I love it. I had an obsession with Austin Kutcher when I was like 16, 17, and I just loved everything he was in. What Happened in Vegas is a great one. Obviously that 70s show is just classic. But Just Married, I've added to the list to yeah, just to continue my love for him in a way that is just so strange. I don't love him like have a man crush on him in the way that people watch films because they like adore the people who are in them. I just love his cheesiness, his like, oh my goodness, what am I watching this? And half the time I am just like, why did I choose to put this on? But then by the time it's done, I love it. John Tucker Must Die. Highly doubt anyone since this film has come out has been called John Tucker, because this film is just great, but the guy John Tucker is just a complete, yeah, he is not a nice guy. And this film is about three girls who he has like strung along, getting their own back by making him fall in love with someone for her to then kick his ass. But yeah, it's a great like high school film that I watched when I was in high school, and yeah, just gives you the girl power. So next one is Duets. I've never seen this. I just saw the name and was like, oh, I like musical things, let's see what this is about. It's about the world of karaoke, but it is a film, so it's about, it gave me Love Actually vibes in the way that it's about lots of different people that end up all coming together for one thing at the end, but not in a way that they collaborate. But I think they said that this is about a bunch of different people from different walks of life who all love karaoke, who come together to compete against each other in a karaoke competition. So yeah, this sounds really interesting, and it's not too long. It's shot just under 2 hours, so it's a nice length film that I can't wait to watch. The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I want to watch this because Sean Connery and because it's just apparently about, all of these, unless I know I've seen it, I don't really know what they're about. But this one is about a bunch of different extraordinary gentlemen who come together to do something extraordinary. And yeah, want to watch it. It's another one that's like an older one that I've not seen that is apparently meant to be amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna give myself some time to actually get into this and watch it, because who doesn't love Sean Connery? He makes every film great. Finishing strong. Braveheart. I have seen this multiple times, but it's another old classic, good, strong film that you cannot dislike if you like Queens and Kings kind of films. Braveheart is amazing. Watch it if you haven't watched it. It's a total adventure that you just need to know for future references. Like, people will say things and you'll be like, I could like say something Braveheart related to that. But yeah, I just love old classic films like this. It gives me Robin Hood vibes, and yeah, Lord of the Ring vibes, that sort of thing. So I cannot wait to get stuck into that one too. Essentially, I cannot wait to get stuck into Disney Plus Star. I am so excited to watch all of these new things, especially because I have worn out all of my streaming services so hard. So to have all of this new content on Disney Plus Star, I'm super excited. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are excited to watch, which of my list is on your list and what isn't on my list that is on your list that I should be adding to my list. But thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already watched all of my what I have watched videos for Netflix, iPlayer, ITV, Channel 4, Disney Plus, Now TV, all of that jazz, and you need some suggestions, I will leave my playlist linked down below and you can definitely check all of them out. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!